Friday and we're joined by our movie editor Leandra in studio. 4 movies are coming out today: The Nut Job, Pompeii, Ride Along, and Saving Mr. Banks. Leandra, firstly, I need to ask you, what is The Nut Job about?
The Nut Job is a kiddies movie. It's basically about a squirrel who goes in search of nuts. So it's definitely something to go and watch with your kids this weekend. Cute. And it's in 3D, so it will be a treat.
Or you could even watch it if you're me and you like kids movies.
Yeah. I love kids movies too, so yeah.
Okay, amazing. So if for those people who are a little more mature than the two of us and want to watch an adult movie, what of these movies will you be seeing this weekend?
Definitely Saving Mr. Banks. So it's a true story about the relationship between Walt Disney and P.L. Travers, who is the author of Mary Poppins.
What's with all these true stories coming out lately?
Oh, it's probably a market for it, you know?
Yeah.
And it's nice to know something like behind the scenes, especially if you were a huge Mary Poppins fan, and I mean that movie is like epicness. So it's the true story between the relationship between Walt Disney and P.L. Travers, and so for 20 years he's been trying to get her to sell him the rights to make a book into a movie. And obviously she did her wine to in the beginning, and then well, she falls on hard times and she eventually does go and meet with him. So this movie takes place over 2 weeks while she's in Los Angeles. And so they're totally two different personalities. Walt is like laid back and he's cool and he just wants everyone to call him on his name, while PL is very rigid and proper. And so it's this battle between the two of them, you know. She thinks that it's just going to take a story and make it some wishy-washy animation movie. But what is so cool is that there's an underlying theme running through it. So there's 2 plots running. So
but wait, who's Mr. Banks?
Mr. Banks is the character in Mary Poppins.
Oh!
Did you not watch?
I did, but I haven't watched it for a very long time.
So this is really cool because it's the struggle between these 2 personalities and the relationship that then develops. And besides the story of this movie being made, there's the background story, and it's why Mary Poppins was created. And it's actually the story of P.L. Travers and her father, who's an alcoholic. So there's this theme of parent and the parent-child relationship. It's really good. Tom Hanks and Emma Thompson did an amazing job, and I really don't know why they weren't nominated for Oscars, because they were so brilliant in this.
Did this movie get any Oscar nominations? Do you know? No, none in the big categories.
No, it didn't.
Jeez.
Yeah.
It sounds really cool.
It is cool, and it's a definite must-watch. It's very sentimental, it's heartwarming, and it's also sad at the same time. It's one of those movies that you're going to think about long after you left the cinema. It's a good watch. You have to go and watch it.
Okay, amazing. I'm going to go and watch it. Any other of these movies that we're going to watch in the theater, or are we going to wait for DVD?
Ride Along. It stars Kevin Hart and Ice Cube, so it's one of those copy movies. Yeah.
Ice Cube. I haven't seen him for a long time.
It's one of those copy movies. It's not Bad Boys, so forget about that. So it's about Ben, who's a security guard, and to impress his girlfriend's brother, who's James, her brother takes him on a ride along, and obviously they encounter really messed up scenarios, and you feel so sorry for Ben because all of these were actually just like made up to provoke him, you know? And you actually feel sorry for Ben after a while. So Kevin Hart is the star of this movie. He's fast talking, he's smart ass, he's loud mouth, and he provides all the entertainment. There's not much of a storyline. It's the typical detective plot thingy, betrayal, bad cop, good cop. So you can go watch it for the entertainment value, but there's no story really.
Okay, and the last one is Pompeii. I'm very excited about this because Pompeii is one of my favorite places. So what is this movie about?
Okay, so we all know about the destruction of Pompeii. And so Milo is the slave turned gladiator, and then he has to save his true love before everything crumbles around him. So
love story,
action. Epic, yeah. It's a cross between Gladiator and Dante's Peak. So if you're into that, you'd probably enjoy it. And it also stars Kit Harington, the big Game of Thrones guy. So Game of Thrones fans, he's in there. Well, I'd wait for the DVD actually. It hasn't gotten good reviews. The acting is okay-ish.
Okay, so that's more watch it at home.
Yeah,
if you have
watch it
nothing
at
else
home.
to do.